Hey, Richard Bryce here, tennis hacker. In this video, I'm going to be working on my forehand, really trying to dial in my footwork intensity. Now, I'm naturally a right-handed player, but I messed my collarbone up in a mountain bike crash, so I'm relearning to play left-handed with the goal of hopefully becoming a 5.0 player. I feel like I've got kind of the nuts and bolts and the foundations of all the strokes in place, so now it's really a case of grooving things and working on the most important thing, which is being set up in the best position possible, programming my brain so that I land from the split step. As soon as I see where the ball's going, my feet are starting to react and I'm moving into an optimal position as possible. So that's what I'm going to be working on today, showing you a little bit of my practice and how I work on things. So I've already done my general warm-up and I'm ready to go on the ball machine. You can see the setup that I've got. Ball machine's on the service line because it's the first couple of rounds that I'm working on. 2 cones set up in nice big targets. They're not too close to the line. I want to train myself to have margin for error. And I'm just going to be setting a timer, working for around a minute. All I'm trying to do is focus on my footwork intensity, be as light as I can on my toes, try and set up in optimal position, and also trying to keep my head stability through contact. So, let's have a look. For the first round, I'm going to be aiming at the ad court target. I'm not trying to crush the ball, I'm just working on my footwork intensity. That was not one of my regular balls. Space. Space. Better. So, that was round 1 in terms of how I performed, because that's how I want to evaluate myself. So yeah, I knocked the cone down and that's okay, but in terms of the quality, I think I was a little bit nervous because the first time I've done this, kind of recording it in this format on camera, the quality wasn't there. So I need to refocus and do a better job of that. For that reason, I'm going to stay going into the ad court and repeat the same thing again, just doing it better, focusing on spacing, trying to be as light as I can on my toes. Okay. Better. Better. So I'm going to reduce the length of time. It's a little bit too long to work for. Now, that time around was better. The start was a little bit shaky. I was a bit concerned about stepping back and stepping on the phone, but after that, it was much better quality. So for the next round, I'm going to be going to the deuce court, a little bit less time on the timer, but thinking about the same thing, just trying to be as light as I can on my toes and trying to be in that optimal position.
Just quickly before we get to the next round of forehands, I want to let you know about a free footwork program that I've created for you. Here, this is the on-court work that I do, but I spend a lot of time off the court programming in and practicing specific footwork patterns so that then when I'm working with the ball machine or with practice partners, everything is a much more automatic process. So if you would like to improve the quality of your footwork, I've created a program to show you how I work on mine. I'll place a link up there in the corner and I'll place a link down in the description so that you can get hold of this free program.
Better. Head. Better. Pretty happy with that one as well. Next time around, going to be doing one into the juice court, one into the ad court. I think the time was a little bit better on that one. I can feel I'm getting a little bit out of breath, but I'm able to maintain the intensity. But the process is the same. I'm evaluating myself on the same thing. Obviously, I want the ball to go in, but I'm not really looking where the ball goes in. I'm trying to stay down on my shot for a moment or two after contact and really train myself to do all the important things automatically. I want to automatically set up in the right position and have good quality footwork. I want to automatically keep my head still through contact. So this time around, alternating the target. So look. Oh, she's been very kind to me on this one. Head. Better. Previous round was better. Obviously changing targets makes it a little bit more challenging. I want to do that one again. I can do a better job of that. I think my preparation wasn't quite as good as I wanted it to be on that. So, in an ideal world, you record yourself and then have a look back at what it looks like. But I can definitely feel that there was a few things going on there. So this time around, just focusing a little bit better. Same drill. Better, loose. That's better. Just trying to have the intensity, but also stay nice and loose. Better. Better. Head. Ah. So that was a little bit better, but not good enough. I'm going to do it again. And this is kind of the way my practice goes. I come out with a plan, and then, you know, that I roughly want to follow. But then when you get out there, it's always a problem-solving game. How are you feeling on that day? What do you need to kind of make happen to move forwards and improve a little bit? Obviously, this is the first time I've done it in this format, and it's actually interesting. It's going to be good training you to handle pressure, but I need to be able to maintain better quality than that for 60 seconds. So definitely the last time on this one. Focus. So far not good. Timing better. So at the start I was a little bit too close to the ball. Spacing better. Space. Space. Not so good. A little bit of a rest needed. Take a drink. I'm going to change the ball machine setup anyway, freshen it up. So one of the big things that I'm doing is trying to train my brain to respond to different types of ball. So I can't keep feeding myself the same ball with the same spin, same speed. I've got to vary it up. So I'll set things up. I'll be back. Okay, very similar setup, but the ball machine is obviously at the back of the court. Got a bit more speed on the ball, got a little more top spin on the ball. But again, all I'm trying to do is set up in the right position or the best position possible, really working on the footwork side of things. I've taken the timer down a little bit. It's going to work for around 40 seconds because I'm going to be trying to get around on all of these. So for the inside out, inside in forehands, it's going to be a lot of work. So I want to try and keep the quality good. So let's take a look. I'm going to start, same thing. I'm going to be going into the ad court for the first round. Not trying to crush the ball, just trying to program in. Hey, not talking and concentrating. Better. There's a good thing and a bad thing about ball machines that get set to random. So the inside in, inside out forehand is something I actually need to really work on. So that's okay. At the start I was really struggling with my forehand. My backhand was much stronger, so I wasn't doing much inside out work because at the time it didn't seem to make sense. But now my forehand's feeling better. Obviously I want to try and start to learn to use it as a weapon, and that means getting my feet in the right place. Overall, I was reasonably happy with that one. I'm going to repeat the same thing, going inside out, well, going to the deuce court, so we'll see what the ball machine feeds me. Hey. Head. Better. Ball machine was kind to me on that one. But yeah, that was okay. Just need to keep doing it. This time alternating. Too close. Further away. Further away. Further away. Better. Space. Ooh, that kicked up. Space. Further away. Better. Further away. Some of those I was a little bit too close on, and I made a mistake in there. If you heard, when I got too close, I said, oh, too close. And that's something that you don't want to do. I don't want to say close, because then I'm encouraging myself to get closer. I want to give myself positive instructions that I can act on. So be further away, keep your distance. So practice mistake for me. This time around, better job. Same thing again. Last one of these, just really making sure of the space. Space. Come on. Just further away. Space. Better. Space. 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 Ah! Yeah, again, there's a couple where I was a little bit too close, but my coaching was better. Yeah, all right, I'm going to change the ball machine setting. This one has an awesome setting that allows me to add a little bit of vertical, and I'll find out. Hopefully it'll still be landing in the court. We'll see where it goes, but I'm going to do the exact same thing again. So time-wise, it's going to be alternating cross court down the line, or hit into the juice court, hit into the ad court. Same time, just concentrating on all the same things. Definitely need to move my phone back for these, but I like the feed. So, make me move my feet. Okay, let's go. So it is set to random. Some of them will be shorter, some of them will be deeper, but at the moment, space. Stop talking and focus, man. Better. Space. Head. Yeah, okay, so this ball machine is cool. It does random horizontal, random vertical. So now, as you can see, the vertical ones are a little bit deeper, but this is very reflective of a type of ball that I might receive in a match. Needing to get my feet in the right place, move back, respect the ball. You know, in theory, can I step forward and take him on the rise? Djokovic could. With my left hand, I'm definitely not good enough to do that yet. So I need to move back, respect it, get the ball back deep, reset the point. Okay, same again, better focus. Better. Further away. Keep your distance. Better. Distance. Distance. Head. Yeah, I did a better job on that. Same thing again. Light on the toes, keep the distance, head stability through contact. I want a whole round done like I'm supposed to be trying to do. Doesn't like sending them cross court, doesn't it? Hasn't given me anything out onto the forehand side. Oh well, I need to work on my footwork. Better. Space. Better. Head. I need to do a lot more of this, a lot more. For the first couple of years learning left-handed, I was just trying to kind of get the technique and get the timing a little bit. And now I've got it, or sort of got it. This is what I need to do more of. There needs to be less balls where I'm out of position or I'm too close or something's going on, more where I'm automatically dialed in to do this. Okay, so that's today's practice session and what it looks like. I'm obviously going to stay out here for a bit longer, but I think the video's probably been long enough already. But hopefully you have gleaned some kind of useful information about maybe how to practice on the ball machine. Don't work for like 150 balls in a row. The quality will be horrendous. Set a timer, break it down into smaller chunks, really try and focus on something. You can see, I'm making a lot of errors. There's some good shots, some not so good shots, but this is how practice works. It should be somewhat frustrating. It's a problem-solving game. Yes, this is how Federer hits the ball. No. Get out there on court. How can we just improve a tiny little bit each practice session? How can we problem solve within our own body? Now, earlier on, I mentioned about that free footwork program. If you haven't got it, I highly recommend it. Like I've said a million times, footwork is one of the most important things in tennis. So many players go wrong because they're just not set up in the right position. They're trying to tweak and change the techniques and all these different things. But the problem was they weren't in the right position, and kind of those balls at the end are a perfect example. If I was Djokovic, yeah, I could step in and I could take those on the half volley, but I am not Djokovic. I am me, so I have to move back with my current ability level, my current skill level, allow the ball to drop, respect the ball, reset the point, get it back deep. But in order to do that, the footwork has to happen. And if you haven't practiced the footwork off the court, it's unlikely that it's magically going to happen when the ball's arriving. So the link will be up there and it'll be down there. If you have enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like this style of content and you've stuck around to the end, leave me a comment, let me know about that, because I'll kind of make more of these sorts of videos that are out on court. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's always much appreciated if you could do that as well. Okay, I'll catch you next time.